MATLAB has three main sections: current folder, common window, and workspace. In the current folder, we can save and browse files in the same way as we do in the usual Windows browser. This is, for example, the contents of my desktop, and this is a path to my desktop. Let's browse to an empty folder where we can save our scripts. Now let's talk about command window. Command window is where we type our commands, and the line where we type our commands is called a command line. So let's say we type a command y is made equal to 10, and we press enter. So now we see the output, y is now equal to 10, and the new command line where we can type more commands. We see that the workspace contains now the name of variable y and its value. So it has saved value 10 inside a variable y. Let's try another variable. Let's say z is equal to hello. This is a word, hello. And a word is saved here as value of the variable z. Now, if let's say we type in y equals to 4 and press enter, we see that we overwrote the previous value, which was 10, and now we have y equal to 4. So the previous value is always overwritten by a new value if we place it into the same variable. Okay, now we see that there is results produced directly in the command window. Sometimes it's annoying because they take too much space. So that's why we can avoid that by, let's say, copy paste the same command in the command line, and we can put semicolon in order to suppress the output. And now let's press enter again. We see that no output is produced because we put semicolon. Another way to type in variables is by using a script. So what we will do now, we will clear the workspace. We will clear all the variables from the workspace by using command clear. And now create a new script by clicking on this button. Okay, we created a new script. Now it is untitled. It was created in the editor. So now let's save the script under the name we want. Now let's type lesson 1 intro. Press save. And now this file is saved with extension M inside the current folder. Extension M means that it's a MATLAB script. And now we can type here the same commands as we typed in the command window, or we can simply copy paste them. Now let's suppress the output by typing in the semicolon in each of the lines and try to produce the result again. We see that we have the same variables saved in the workspace under the name y and z, and they still have the same values 10 and hello. That is because command window commands and script commands are the same. Now, if we want to clear the workspace every time we run our code, run our script, we place clear in the beginning of the script. And it's usually a good idea because then our variables inside the script do not interfere with the previously saved variables. Then another good command which we could use is CLC. CLC clears the command window. We see that there's nothing now in command window. We also usually place CLC here in the script in order to avoid stacking of different outputs in the command window. Now let's see how we can execute the code line by line, because if we just run it, the whole code will execute and the result will be produced in the workspace. But what we want to do, we want to see how each line of this code is executed. So let's place a breakpoint in the first line, and this we do by clicking on this bar, and this is called a breakpoint. It shows where the execution of the code should stop in order for us to analyze what happened. Let's press run, and we see that execution started before the first line of the code. And we see that there is a name of the script produced in the command window. Every time we run the code, its name is produced in the command window. Now let's press step. That will mean that this green arrow will go down one line, and by doing that it will execute the first line. Let's do step, and now we see that both workspace variables has disappeared from memory. That is because we have a clear comment here, and we see also that the script name disappeared from command window. That is because we have CLC here, which clears command window. This K means actually that we use a breakpoints to step into the code. Let's press step again, and then it executes the second code and produces the output of this second line of the code. The second line saves value 10 into a variable y. Now MATLAB is prepared to execute the third line of the code. So let's step again, and the third line is executed and the value hello is saved into a variable z. Now we see that the green arrow points down. That means that third line was the last line to execute, and if we press step again, then the execution of the script will end. So we press the step and we see that script is stopped because it had executed, and we can again press run to run it again. So if we place the second breakpoint, then we can see another thing. We press run, code starts at the first breakpoint before the first line, and then if we press continue, it executes all the code before the next breakpoint and stops at the next breakpoint. And then if we press continue again, it follows until it meets another breakpoint or the end of the script. In this case, the end of the script. So the script has executed, and we have learned how to use the command window, use current folder, use the workspace, and create scripts in the editor. And also we know now that the code inside the script is always executed line by line. Then first line, then second line, and then the third line, and etc.